Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name's David and today I'm looking at the Nanlite Pavotube 15C and 30C. I'm just a normal regular guy. I run a wedding videography business and an events videography business, and I also like to create stuff, you know, cinematic films, test new camera gear and everything like that, and that's really where my YouTube side sort of fits in. So thanks for being here, I appreciate it. And that's why I'm looking at these lights, because there's been so much hype about these lights, right? Now, yes, they look great, and from the videos that I've seen have been really well produced, and they've given me a lot of insight into these lights and has helped me to make an informed buying decision. But the one challenge that I did have with those videos was really understanding the size difference and where they'd fit in with my workflow, right? Because that's personal to me, just like it's personal to you on your use case. So if you're sitting there right now watching this thinking to yourself, I'm not sure which size to get, or maybe I just want to see them in sort of a normal environment. You know, I'm literally just sat on my sofa right now in like sort of my home office stroke spare room. If you want to see some sort of normal use case out of these, which is not, you know, in a really hyper produced environment, or sponsored or affiliated with the manufacturer or other suppliers, then this is the video for you, and I'd appreciate it if you watched it and give it a like. Leave a comment if I can answer any questions for you, and if you really like the content, you could hit subscribe as well, and I'd really be grateful for that too. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to unbox them, not in any sort of formal structure. I'm just going to literally get the camera roll and unbox them so we can both see what's inside these, because I've not even opened them. They're literally still sealed. They turned up this morning, right? Not even opened the boxes yet. And then I'm going to switch them on, have a play with them, see what they look like and feel like, and again in a normal unproduced environment, yeah, and go from there, and just sort of try and give a real normal authentic perspective and opinion and first impressions, I guess, on these two lights. So yeah, thanks for being here, like I said, and I'll do my best to answer any comments, and I'll do my best to help you make a buying decision too. I hope it helps anyway, because right now I'm in a room on my own talking to a camera about two boxes that I've not opened yet. Oh, and by the way, as with all my videos, you can see in the top corner the camera and lens and any other information that I've used to shoot this shot. So each scene as we go through, you'll see it could change, it might not, I don't know. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know I do that on all my videos. So let's go from there. Okay, the 15, here we go. Right, what have we got in here? Oh, I like the way that it lays flat like that. So I can put two in the one case, that's good. All of the stuff that comes with it in here. Power cable. We've got the tripod mounts, the light stand mounts rather, and that's obviously the charging brick there as well. A user manual and some cable connectors of some sort. We'll have to look up what they are. But and moment of truth, here is the 15C in all its glory. That's heavier than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if it's heavier than I thought it was going to be or not, to be honest with you. But that's the length of my arm. That's literally the length of my arm. So if you're a 6 foot tall man, this is how long it is. It's literally the length of my arm, from my fingertip through to my shoulder. Okay, there's controls on the back. It's all listed on the back, all the instructions. All of the instructions are listed on the back. That's nice. Don't know if it's got any power in it or not. Okay, there's the power button, but the power button is actually encapsulated in a piece of plastic. Okay, I think that's on. Do I? Oh. Okay, so that's on, and that's my color temperature. Got it. Nice. I guess we go to RGB mode like this. Okay, that's changing colors. Oh, that's so cool. But wow, that's a really nice bit of kit. There's actually a menu screen. There's actually a little menu screen. I get it. There's a little menu screen and I can just change through there different modes. So that is just the color temperature mode. That's RGB cycle mode, saturation, dim, HSI. So the top knob controls the selection between the HSI, basically the color selection, the saturation and the dim. Got it. So I literally just change to HSI with the top knob and then change the color with the other one. Oh man, that is nice. That is nice. So I know that 170 degrees is the color that I like to use. So if I change that now to 170, it does feel like a lightsaber. Okay, so the Nanlite 30C, here it is. Let's take it out of the case. Obviously it's really similar to the 15C, just twice the length. Perfect. Right. So yeah, this is an empty side, so obviously you can put another 30C in there. I'll probably just put the 15C in there to keep them together. Let's open this. So I assume that this will be, yeah, the accessories, the same accessories as before, as a lorry is reversing right outside my house. Okay, so that's the accessories. Let's do that back up a little. Let's take it out of there. That's nice. It doesn't feel that much heavier at all than the 15C. Good to see as well that the power switch is also sealed from any liquids. Let's just get rid of this for a second. Alright, so there is our 30C, and if we switch that on, well, okay, there we go, straight into RGB cycle. Same as usual, it's got all of the instructions on the back, which is awesome. Now if we compare this, let's just switch that off for a second. Let's compare this with the size of the Pavotube 15C. There we go. Wow, now we can actually see here in the comparison between the 30C and the 15C that actual visible light, so obviously excluding these end caps where the electronics are, there's not actually that much visible light extra. So if we actually measure this visible light, so let's measure from there to the bottom, the visible light is 16 inches of visible light. So that's how much extra light that you get by purchasing the 30C. For some of you that's enough, some of you that's not enough, and some of you think, well, it's pointless, I'll just stay with the 15C. Yeah, I don't know right now, I can't answer that for you. All I know is that the actual size difference of these two is significant enough for me, I feel. For different use cases, the smaller one's more practical to get into, obviously smaller spaces, etc. And the larger one is better for lighting up a larger area, but we'll come to that later. Here's the thing, is it worth getting two 15Cs or one 30C? That's what I was thinking. So if we had two of these, visible light wise, just under 2 feet, I would say, just under 2 feet, so just under 24 inches. So this is how much visible light we would have if we had two 15Cs versus one 30C. Is that worth it? You know, you're going to pay more for a 15C kit for two lights than one 30C, but it would still work out cheaper as opposed to buying a 15C and a 30C. For me personally, I'm happy with having the two different sizes. It's just more versatile, but that could influence a buying decision, so it's worth mentioning. So the one thing that I wasn't that clear on when I was watching videos is actually how the Nanlite Pavotubes fit on a light stand. This is quite heavy. It's not overly heavy, but it's, you know, it's heavy enough if it fell that you'd, you know, hurt yourself or somebody else, or indeed break the light. So I was confused as really how does it connect to a light stand. So here I've got the Manfrotto 1005 Ranker stand. Lovely stand, and it was holding my ring light, but that's now on the floor because I'm actually lighting this scene with the 15C, as my printer makes a noise in the corner. So Nanlite actually include in the packaging this, which is the light stand clamp, and it actually goes around the light in the middle and then mounts onto a light stand. So I've got the light stand here so I can show us this. It screws into the thread like so. This is not complicated, guys. So now that we have the bracket on there, let's see how it actually fits. So it literally goes over the top like this. We get it nice and central like so. Bracket goes over the top like that. This comes down and clamps in place, and voila, the light is now mounted in place. Just to remove it, you got it right. You just unclamp, lift up, and it comes off. And I am really, really happy with that, because not only is it lightweight, and it was free, it was included with the package, which you would expect, I guess. It's also transparent, which is great because you don't lose much light. So now if I just mount this in again, it takes all of 10 seconds to just get it in, make sure it's nice and tight in there, he says, like so. So when we switch the light on, voila. So what do you think? Do you like the 30C? Do you like the 15C? Are you going to get the 15 or the 30 or both? Are you going to get the kits? What do you think of the size difference? Is it worth the step up to the 30C, or is it worth buying two 15Cs? It's difficult, right? And that's the decision that I had to make, and I'm glad that I've got both, but I can't tell you what you should get. And if you've watched this far, why don't you hit like and even hit subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I'd love to know what sort of content you want to see. It's really difficult to gauge it from this room. So it'll be really nice to hear from you too on the sort of content that you like. The last thing for me really is to actually use them how I intended to, and that is to set up the nice RGB backgrounds for my desk videos. So in 3, 2, 1, and that's how you do it. What do you think? I think it looks pretty nice actually. So we've got a 30C there on the light stand behind me shining at the wall. It's not actually behind the sofa, it's shining at the wall. I've got the 15C there just as a nice hair light for me, and I've got my key light, which is my Godox, up there. Again, just a budget light with a softbox on it. And I've got the Rode NTG Plus 4 Plus shotgun mic also just right there capturing my audio, so I hope that sounds nice too. And that's it really. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you like it, you know what to do. My name is David Sargent. See you in the next one.